last couple of days back, those a lot of factors which are positive for the markets. Crude, remaining more or less in a stable territory. Global markets more or less on the positive side. VIX for our markets, the India VIX, the volatility index, that remaining positive. So all of that was auguring quite well. But I think now circumstances seems to have changed for our markets. So we should be drifting very gradually into the lower end of the trading range. That's what I would believe should happen over the next couple of days. And that I think that's where the focus now should be, to try and play out for sectors which have not been strong performers in the last few months. And there could be a case where defensives, large cap names, traditional large cap stocks, I think they could start to get back into a performing mode. So I would believe that there could be a chance that the intraday volatility for the markets would probably increase or just slightly rise than what we've seen the last couple of days, and potentially of a drift just around the 25,000 mark or below 25,000 levels for the Nifty is very much on the likelihood.
Well, yesterday it was just a handful of movers. I mean, to be fair, there was IT and some of those oil sensitives which actually held out, and now perhaps why those oil stocks were sensitive, given the movement in crude also overnight. But Somil, what is your own sense on what the texture in terms of sectoral flavor, both gainers and losers in the market, could be today?
I think good morning to everyone. I think if you talk about sectors, then definitely there has been a lot of sector rotation in the last couple of months, and we've been focusing more on sectors and specific stocks. The sectors which I'm looking for a good run up on the upside in the very short term would be IT, oil and gas, and I think now a few pharma stocks are looking great from here on. For Nifty, Nifty has been in consolidation range between 25,000 and 25,200. That's a 200 tight range, and the bias still remains positive. The undertones still remains positive because autos have also started performing a little bit. So I'm expecting the autos to perform well in the coming weeks. So the range which we are looking at in Nifty should break on the upside. So the bias remains positive in the short term, medium term, both. Bank Nifty as well, it has been drifting a little down on the downside and been correcting a little bit. The support for Nifty would be around 56,200, and that's the point where I think the short-term bottom could form, and that will be the time to go ahead and buy Bank Nifty and good bank stocks. The bias remains positive for Bank Nifty, short-term, medium-term, both, and the targets on the upside would be 57,500 in the short term.
All right, so the bias remains to be on the positive side. A lot of sectors to watch out for, case in point being auto, wherein globally we have a positive news flow coming in as well. But let's also get you some of the tradable ideas from both of our experts. And Kunal, you go first.